Hi guys, this is Massa from the Great White North. So, you know what day it is? It is Cracker Box Day! So, let's crack a Jaelara 2nd edition box. We're gonna have a ton of them coming to our shop. We will have amazing package, exclusive promo, and we will start order for that this week. I think in 2-3 days. I will post news about that, and I will make a video about what comes in the package, which promo it is, and stuff like that. So, let's see what is inside the box. Box is pretty small. It's like a crew box, Crucible of War kind of box. We have 33 rare, 44 uncommon, 60 common, 16 starters, and we have 24 packs. I don't know if it's written somewhere, but it's 24 packs, so it's perfect for you know, a draft with 8 people. It's you can do a 4 seal out of it. This card game, and especially this set, is extremely good for sealed and for draft. We're gonna have some sealed events when we receive them for the month of December, and we're gonna have them online after I make this video teaching all of you how to actually play Genesis online. So here we have our boxes, our boosters. This card is in raise, so let's see the different art. I forgot the name of this card. It's in raise, it's also in the starter deck. We have a Purifying Wave, very good card. We have Angel of Retribution, the marquee card of Genesis. And we have, I think it's called, it's not Yojimbo, but Yumiji, something like that. And of course, Battlecry, my favorite art. So those are the 4 different arts. Which one is your favorite for those boosters? I will go with the Angel, but this is pretty neat too. I mean, they're all really good. Let's start with a little lion. So I will explain you a bit about the game during this video. And we're gonna comment about the quality of the card, quality of the packaging. It's worth noting, like, there is nothing written about the rarity of the cards inside on the back of the pack, but we do have a beautiful maple leaf. We should get at least, I hope, 4 epic and 1 foil for sure, maybe 2 foil. We are kind of guaranteed those numbers, so it's not like you can get super unlucky and get nothing, or super lucky and get tons of foil. You can have a god booster and then all the cards are foil, but that's pretty rare. So we have Flame Jet, a pretty good card. This is a spell, so this is like pure damage, and it have an awareness of 2, so you can do damage 2 in front of you. So it's pretty good. Nothing super amazing. We have Stampeding Force. This is an enchantment. You can see the logo here. It costs 5 aura, and the effect is continuous, which means continue. And whenever you move on a spot, you deal 1 damage to everything else on that spot. So you attach this to your own hero, and then when you move, you can do damage wherever you move. So that's another common. And then we have the Jaelara Baboon, an amazing card with amazing art from Camilla. This is one of the best cards. So when you have Blitz, this trigger Blitz, it means when you play it, it can unearth itself. It means it's kind of tapped, you know, you can't use it. But so it comes into play, Blitz go on the trigger, then it can attack right away. So it's very good for aggressive deck. Dawa Jin. You see the difference. This is red. Red is kind of the aggression color. Black or pink is kind of you know, control-ish. This is more like white, kind of order. So you see, this is a summon. So you summon it, and its power is actually swift, so you can do it as a reaction. Dawan Jin moves a target in its awareness 1 spot away from it. So it's just pushing something. Everything that kind of allow you to cheat, you know, with the board is very good. Then we have some very good cards actually here. So sometimes the cards are upside down. So Angel Brace, a key card for any control deck. It gives you 4 direct life. It costs 10 aura. The chi costs 5, so she's like, this is how much it costs to put it in your deck. So you are capped at, I believe, 250 chi, and that's the max. We will have a video on deck building, and I will try not to say any mistake, obviously. But this is an extremely good card if for any control deck you want that. And then we have Dense Fog. It's an enchantment. It attaches as a skill, so to you. And spots not in anything awareness are considered occupied. We don't play much with enchantment, but there are some heroes in Origin that play a lot with enchantment. I don't want to waste any surprise for those who don't want to know, but enchantment will play a big role. Then we have an Earth Pillar. This is an alteration. So we are changing the field. So you can make a wall. We are making like a terrain. Terrain? I don't know how they say it in English. Un terrain en français. So you place the Earth Pillar wherever you want. Everything else on or adjacent to Earth Pillar without Earth Weakness gains Earth Weakness. And if it have Earth Weakness, all Earth damage dealt to this card is increased by 1. And you see some cards, they just say attack 2 and they are Earth attack, and you are like, why do I care? Well, if you have a lot of Earth attack and you play Earth Pillar, then all those attacks will do 1 more damage. And this is gonna stay there until it's destroyed, and it have 6 life. So it's not shabby. Sunstorm is a very, very good card. So I'm a big blue fan. Blue is control. You know, white is more like order. Those colors are pretty similar to what you would expect from Magic, for those who knows. Sunstorm is actually it's kind of a board sweeper. You deal 4 earth damage to everything on 2 different target spots in Sunstorm awareness. It causes you to exert yourself, and it costs 14. So it's not chubby, you know. You can't just spam a ton of them, but it's good. This is our summon card. Kendra. So all the heroes have 2 art usually. They have 1 art from Philip and 1 art from Damien. So those are starter cards. So you have 1 per deck. They are not worth anything. You get a lot of them. So let's talk about Kendra a bit. So you see she's blue and dark, which is very like control-ish kind of deck. She's a demon. I mean, she's a human witch, but you know, she's not like very nice. She have a basic attack that have swift, which is nice because you can move 2 and then do it. Or you can, if she's not yet exerted, you can react on attack, but it's just 1. So she's not going to do much. But she has this Nurum. It causes her to, so that's an action. It causes her to exert and pay 10 aura, which is huge. She have 150. It's a lot, but it's not like Idearis who have like 225. And it said target champion in your awareness, discard 2 cards at random and lose 2 life. And this is very good. The problem is that you have to go very near the opponent. You can either play her like that, or you can play her completely full art like that, as long as you can show your opponent, you know, how she does. And then we have our rare. We have Idealis. So this is a white card. So this is a technique, which means it comes from your hero is doing something. And man, it have so much text. It have swift fire attack 3 for 7 energy. So those are like you remove card from your deck. It have a trigger stun if anything. I mean, look at the quality of the printing. I can see every little letter very clearly. If anything is dealt fire damage by Idealis, then they gain stun until end of the round. So we will have to review another day what stun mean. But I am assuming it's pretty similar to being exert. So like you stun something. So this will look very good. And there is another attack, so you can choose this one or this one. The other one is water instead of being fire. And it have push instead of stun. And if anything is dealt water damage with Idealis, then they move 1 spot away from you. So, you know, pretty nice card. And we have our second rare, which is Meteorite, one of the best cards in the game. That's a big like burn spell. You deal 2 earth damage to everything on target spot. Or you did 3 damage to everything on and around target spot, but then I got 28. Or you can do 5 damage to everything for 30. So like you can pay 30 around, destroy most likely everything. This is an amazing card. Very, very powerful. And then we have more commons. We have Leap, which is a technique. Move to a step. So it allows you to kind of jump ahead too. So this is also aggressive, that's why it's red. And we have Gut Punch. It does have stun. Oh, here they say, stun this champion or summon cannot move or rotate. Oh, they can still activate abilities, so it's not that great. And we have Inferno Pit. So that's also an alteration, you change your terrain. And whenever anything moves onto or is placed onto Inferno Pit deals 2 damage to it. So it's not like you completely stop the way, so it's kind of interesting. There are some cards that actually create a wall and then you can't go. That's like exactly like wall. I was thinking of walls of Vadis. Skeleton Warrior, most of the time you use it as a token. It's just a basic guy. Selective Amnesia. Oh, I like this card. All champion with more than 5 cards in their sock, so in their hand, must discard down to 5 cards. So this is kind of a good sideboard card. Up, and it's upside down again. We have Quick Shot. It's just a basic, you know, nothing very fancy kind of card. Kodama. Interesting Kodama. So that's a summon, and it just have a earth attack. Nothing special. It does cost only 3 chi, so you can put it in your deck without worrying too much about it. Then we have Yamaduta, which is uncommon. And this is a special card because you can only play Yamaduta's Resurrect ability if another summon has been killed this round. So it have the way you summon it is special. It's Quick Resurrect Beacon. So you can summon it from your graveyard at kind of an instant speed, and you can summon it only like that. And it's a place Yamaduta on a spot where a summon has been killed this round, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. So this is a card pretty sweet. Oh, Temporal Relocation, I really like this card. Let me move my mic. This is a really nice card. You can place a target in Temporal Relocation awareness on any spot facing any direction. So it allows you to move things around, and anything that allows you to move things around is very good. There is a Tarantula. Same, nothing very fancy. And as you see, there is no color here, which means any deck can play it, as long as your hero comes from Jaelara. It have range attack with Swift, which is pretty nice because it can help you kill an angel. We have one more uncommon. That's a lot of uncommon here. Foresight of the Ancient. It's a card that I like the art. It's blue, everything that is blue I like. Draw a card for each ability on the stack, so it kind of really for kind of comboing. But it costs 7 chi, which is kind of heavy on your deck, and it costs 5 resource and force you to exert. I don't know. So then our next hero is Kun. Kun is somebody I never looked at, but the winning list of the last championship was playing Kun, which kind of blew me away. So the big thing with Kun is you have dash. At the beginning of your turn you may move, which means you can move one more time. And you also have flight. You can move onto a spot even if it's occupied. So you can go really directly and bash the face of your opponent. And it's the attack is 2, so this is serious, but it doesn't have swift attack. So you know, that's something to keep in mind. You can't just move 3 and then attack. No, you can move 2 and attack, which is already good. But I think the flight is really something that a lot of people find annoying. We have Purifying Wave, which is the content creator promo also. I still have one, but I have a last one. So, I didn't tell you. The first video, it was Chris that actually won. And there is still one video that I did a giveaway, but I didn't tell you which guy who won the giveaway. It's because I'm waiting to know every member of our Infinity community that are on the Patreon of Genesis. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give 3 of those promo to everybody in this community. So we have Purifying Wave, very, very good card. And we have the Zombo Dragon. So you see this is yellow and red, which means you can play it as long as your hero is either yellow or red. But this is insane. It kills all summon, destroy all alterations. That's the best. That cleans the board. It's the ultimate. The only thing is it's white and blue, so you can't play it if you have a blue hero. Or, I mean, you need to have the white colors. So Zombo Dragon is a rare that, I don't know, the art is, for me, this is not amazing. And I don't see it that much, but it has flight on aerial, and you will see it with the angel. This means that first, it can move everywhere without worrying about where it's walking or flying, but also aerial says that the only attacks ability that can target a Zombo Dragon are range attack, which is significant because it means it's very hard to kill. Also, it has 6 life, which makes it very hard. And it has a range electric attack of 3 as a Swift, which means it can attack anywhere on those spots as a reaction. The only thing, it costs 30 to summon, it's quite heavy. There are better solutions in most colors, and that's why you see there is no color, so you can play it in every deck. The Angel is much better. And then we have Dark Brown, which is a pretty sweet card. This one costs 1 life. That's the first card we see that actually costs a life. It costs 1 life and 3 energy. Everything without Dark Weakness gains Dark Weakness this round. And like we saw before, if you have Weakness, it means that Dark damage dealt to this card are increased by 1. Then we have a Power Punch. You can only play Power Punch if you have played another attack this turn. This is kind of a combo card. You attack, you attack, you attack. And this costs only 2 energy for 3 heavy, so for 3 attack, which is very good. We have our cute little Fear Club, which does nothing that much, but still cute. And we have Thunderstruck, which is quite powerful, but I think for 24 aura it's just too much. Then we have, let's move to our Angel pack. Still no epic, still no foil. And the 2 rare per pack really means that you can build your collection fast. However, you have to remember, you can play as many copies of each card as you want. Which means you can end, like if you want to play 10 Angel, as long as you don't have too much chi in your deck, you can. So just to build your collection, you might have to get a lot of cards. I've just noticed, I did saw that on the printing, sometimes the corners are cheap like that. Something on those cards, that's okay, but once you start to, once the card will become expensive, that's something I would worry a bit about. Rampage Toss in an attack, nothing special. The Knit Ratit, it's a cute bird. By Who is actually a card that is worth talking about. Because I believe, I forgot the name of this hero. There's a champion that can summon By Who, so it's kind of a partner. But we will see once we reach this hero. Martial Sentry, it's another. There are a lot of summons that are, I feel, more for limited than anything else. Then we have Battlecry. Target attack ability played by a target in Battlecry awareness deals an additional 3 damage. So it's kind of this idea of comboing and doing more damage. Then we have, oops, I mixed up my uncommon and my rares here. I thought I had already a lot of rare. We have Riverny, which is really beautiful. This is my favorite artist. This is from Umiana Zarkova. So you place River on an unoccupied spot in the arena, and whenever a champion or summons moves onto or is placed onto Riverny, they gain 1 life. Which, it's kind of good for control deck. I like it. Just think it's got 15, I think it's a bit expensive. Shutdown, very, very good card. That's our first kind of counter card. Negate target cast ability played by a target in shutdown awareness. So it can be only if it's cast by somebody right in front of you. But cast all those cards like Purifying Wave. If they cast Purifying Wave and they are in front of you, you can just cast Shutdown and it stops it. Which is very, very powerful. Fear Heal, another of my favorite cards just because the art is amazing. It's from Rumiana also. So same like where it got 15 to put on the field. And then all attack abilities played by champions or summon on Fear Heal gains the fire attribute. And they have another effect, Firebrand, while a champion or summon is on Fire Heal. Everything around Fire Heal without Fire Weakness gain Fire Weakness. I don't think it's so powerful, but I like the art, so whatever. Oh, we have one of my favorite champion, Rain. Rain is just so cool. She's a demon assassin. And look at that art. I really like her. She is blue and dark, which I also like. You see, she doesn't have much magic. She doesn't have much life. She have just 1 for the endurance. or the physical resistance, but she can attack left, front, and right, which is pretty nice. And her attack is 3 as swift, so 3 fast is really good. And she has this technique, Living Shadow. You discard 2 cards, and you move to a spot that is not in anything awareness, and then you may rotate. So instead of, so you can move 1 time, cast all your summon, and then you can kind of move in the shadow, move somewhere else and rotate, and then you can still attack with a swift ability and deal 3 damage. So this is a champion I really want to build around. And then for our rare, we have Mahan Ghoul, an okay art, not my favorite. Cost 18, which is okay because the attack is 4, which is really nice. And it have a trigger, execute at the beginning of Manu's turn. It may move to a spot adjacent to a target in its awareness. So it's kind of nice. It allows you to position yourself. Like I say, positioning is important. And we have, oh, but we have Baroque. So I don't know if it's in every Baroque, but the second R is smaller than the first R. This card is one of the best by far. And the big thing is like it costs 15. And when it comes, it have Blitz. So you just remove its no more exert, and then you can attack and attack for 4. So it's for all the kind of aggressive deck. This is the best card ever. I think it deserves a sleeve. And then we have the Roku Rabbit. It's kind of a cute, you know, it have fire attack 0, which I don't really understand. And off fire damage dealt to Roku Rabbit is reduced by 1. So some of the cards you might think, why do I care about fire? Why do I care about those elements? And I think right now it's not so relevant. But in Origin, it's going to be very relevant because there will be, the elements part will be very important. Shoulder Hop is just something that allows you to move around. Aura Transmutation, the next attack ability you play is reduced by 1 energy. Really is not something I'm super excited about. Shadow Claw is an okay card. It's nice. Thing is, costs 6 chi, so I mean, you can't have all your cards in your deck costing 6. It's gonna be too expensive. So what else are we getting here? Those packs are a bit hard sometimes to open, but they are really nice quality. We have Tornado Winds, negate target attack ability played by target champion in toward awareness unless they pay 5 energy. So this is pretty interesting because that attack will negate. That's a good counter. But not only just in front, it does left, right, front. The issue is that they can just pay 5 energy because it's 5 cards from their deck. But it's in white. Usually the counter are more in blue. So I think it's an interesting card. We have one more of the Djinn. We have one of my favorite cards, the Wolf. If you watch a video, and you should, the gameplay video, you saw that I like this card. It attacks for 4, it's a beast. With Teleportation, a debatable card, you know. It costs 13 and you can place yourself in any spot facing any direction, which means you can do whatever you want. You forget the whole rules about moves. So yeah, it's a bit strange, this card. Then we have Xifang. And Xifang is so cool. So you see, Conjure Baihu. Place a Baihu from your subconscious on a spot adjacent to you, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. And I was talking about Baihu. Baihu is a white tiger. And subconscious, it means it's cards that are not in your deck, not in your graveyard, not in your sideboard. This is card outside of the deck. So when you play Xifang, you pay 5 as a swift, and the Baihu will arrive as an instant. And to have a continuous effect, it says a Baihu conjured from Xifang gains trigger at the end of the round, strike twice Baihu. So you don't even, so this is not in your deck. You play Xifang and this comes directly, but at the end of the round you have to remove it. I'm just so happy I got a Baroque. Instill Vigor, that's another, you know, target summon is Instill Vigor awareness. In this card awareness, gain 2 life, then the next attack ability they play deal an additional 2 damage each round. Those are all like Marak card, and I am not so excited about them. Ooh! My favorite card. They used to be an epic, guys. and it's just so powerful that it has been graded down to uncommon. I still count it as an epic. That's one of the... This is as expensive as a rare. So I will put it here. I will actually put it with the rares. Then we have Hurricane Sweep, just a normal attack. It's kind of nice because you can attack... that's an area actually. So you attack those 4 spots at the same time. So you can maybe like drag your opponent near you and then BAM! You attack every direction. We have another rain. As you see, so those are the 2 art. So this is from Philippe and this is from Damien. They have a very distinctive art style, and I think it's really nice that you can have any of them in your deck. Then we have our rare Anguish Flame. So what does it do? It's red. You deal 3 fire damage, 3 fire dark damage to everything in Anguish Flame's awareness, so the 2 spots in front of you, and continuous. If you had 8 life or less, then everything dealt damage by Anguish Flame gains fire weakness and darkness for the rest of this round. Like we saw, darkness means it does 1 more damage. It's okay. Necroleech, another amazing art by Damien. So it costs 18 to cast, it has only 3 life. And the trigger, the cast trigger is that when Necroleech enters the arena, select a summon with 5 chi or less, which means nothing too strong, from your memories, which mean your graveyard, and place it on a spot adjacent to Necroleech, facing the same direction as Necroleech, then exert it. So you play Necroleech, and you can bring back something from your graveyard, which is very nice. And it has an attack swift of 3, which means you can still cast that, and the turn after you can still like move and attack with swift. It's always much better to have a swift attack, because that gives you also, like, if it's not exert and they attack you, you can react and attack back. Then we have Awajin. Ooh, I like this card. This is also from Camilla. She's very good at doing animals. Nothing really special. Flight is a card I like. Then it allows you to move to a spot even if it's occupied. This is something that you attach to yourself as a skill. And Androsera, a card that you probably saw a lot in the starter video. This is just, you know, some kind of normal beast. So far, the best card we got is Battlecry. No full art, no foil. I'm gonna go a bit faster. We have one more of the wolf. We have a crazy rabbit jumping. Diabolic Roar. Shadow's Grasp, which is a nice attack. It's not really an attack. It moves somebody around, so then you can attack. Hurricane Sweep. Oh, those are uncommon, sorry. So then we have 1, 2 uncommon, 3 uncommon. Sunstorm, a card I really like. And then we have Ideris. I'm going to hide because after we don't know if it's a rare or an uncommon, a rare or an epic. This is art from Philippe. This card, so she's red and dark, and she's really good at burn deck. And it's actually quite easy deck, so I would recommend if you just start a deck, maybe you can play red, you can play Ideris, and play some Barak, and just bash your opponent to death. What is our rare? It's a Olgoi Korkoi. And what it does is that it has a swift attack of 4, which is pretty heavy for just 15 aura. And it has a trigger that is called counterattack. When counterattack 2, when Olgoi Korkoi is dealt damage by a champion or summon in its awareness, it deals 2 damage to them. And this trigger, even if it's exerted, so this is pretty sweet. And then we have another rare, Epiphany, the promo from the if you got lucky and you got any of the VIP kit from the championship I was advertising, you get this card. This card is amazing. Cost 10, you draw 3 cards. Obviously you don't want too many of them because it costs 8 chi, so it's gonna be heavy on your deck, and aura are not unlimited. But that's good. Then we have some basic, you know, thing that we saw before. Nothing really worth talking about. So what I want to see is, like, in a box, do we have one of each rare, and like how many uncommon? I think we have about 2 uncommon, 2 or 3 max of each uncommon. Smoke Bomb, a card that I like. It allows you to move away Silver Leg Recluse. Nothing special. If the card have nothing special, I'm not going to talk about them. Arcade Shield is something I do like. It prevents the next 2 damage, which is kind of like gaining 2 life. It costs only 3 chi, so it's not very heavy on your deck. 8 aura, so it's a bit expensive. Well, we have another caboose. All the caboose upheaval. First time we see it. You deal 3 health damage to a target in upheaval's awareness. And it have a stun trigger, like we saw. And it can do front, left, and right, so it looks pretty cool. Water pillar is the same as the earth pillar. You put it, and then card around it will, or on it, will receive more damage from water attack. Ooh, Makara, I never saw it before. Place Makara on the spot, yes, as normal bacon, cost 13, have 4 life, a chi of 5. It have a swift attack of 2, nothing fancy. Have a trigger, water brown, everything dealt damage by Makara without water weakness, gain water weakness. Yeah, we saw that before. It's okay. What is that? Ooh, that's a stack token card. So you know when you play and you play one, you put on the stack one of the ability of your hero. You don't want to move your hero. So what you can do is you can just use a stack token card. And then we have a rare, pretty nice one. Oh, and we have a 5 aura. I think I didn't show you. You can use that to keep track of your aura. So that you see like Idris have 125. Instead of using pen, paper, or an app, you can just use card like that. I find it pretty cool. Demon's Rage. It's a technique. It deals 4 damage. It costs only 7 energy and 2 life. And it's an area range. So it can go all the way around here. It's pretty good. If you are surrounded and you play that, that's good. Then we have Giant Scorpion, also like one of the key cards. It's played quite a lot. And you see it have a range attack, swift, and attack for 3. It costs only 14. It has 4 life, which is kind of hard to kill. It's good with the red deck. You see it can attack pretty far also. This is a pretty sweet card. We saw the wall already. We saw the tiger. The vixen we didn't see, but that's just a cute little fox. Then we have another Flamjet, Stamping Force, another Baboon, Dawayajin, Temporal Location. Still a card that I really like. The Unco actually, you don't get so many, so you should be happy when you get the Unco you want. Lulu Corco, pretty sweet. The trigger is like when it enters the arena, any champion or summon may pay 3 life. If they do, they kill it. It costs only 10 and have an attack at 3 for 3. So it's like 3 lives, 3 attack. It's only 4 chi. So it's very like demonic style, you know, that's a demonic card, a dark card. I found it pretty good. Apocatasis. I think right now it's not that great. You pay 14, you get 1 life for each ability on the stack. If there is some kind of storm deck, then that could be good, but for now it's okay. Decoy Rabbit. The ability that you can put it, you can deploy it as a swift, as an instant. And when Decoy Rabbit enters the arena, the champion that beacon, it switch spot with it. And everything targeting them targets Decoy Rabbit instead. So like instead of your opponent attack you, well, you can play a rabbit and you can just switch. So you have the Baihu, the same tiger, but that's a token. Then we have a rare, we have Archon of Vigor. It costs 33, it's quite expensive. The trigger is that everything adjacent to it gain 2 lives, so you can maybe play with it. And it attack for 4 as swift, which is pretty relevant. Alright, give me a hit. No, we have one more Idealizes, which is a okay card. And we have those that we already saw. Oh, help me. So far, how do you, like, I think we are all learning kind of about Genesis. I'm not like a day one player of this game. I'm learning a lot. I really think it's an amazing game. And I think the Kickstarter will allow more people to know about it. I'm in Canada, so in Canada we know more about Canadian stuff. I think this have everything it needs to become at least top 5 game in terms of credit card game. For uncommon here we have one of the Sphinx. It has flight or aerial like the angel, so it means it's hard to kill, it can move everywhere. Shadow Grasp, move target champion or summon in Shadow Drop awareness to a spot adjacent to you, so you grab something and then you can attack it. Fire Heal we saw already. Colossal Hunt, that's just a big hunt. The trigger is that it's toss if a champion or summon is dealt damage by Colossal Hunt, then place it on any spot around the Colossal Hunt. It's all about playing the board, you know, moving things around, trying to get advantage, flank your enemy. It's pretty sweet. So that was uncommon. Then we have Long. It's one of the hero. So this one is kind of interesting. It has Cure. So instead of attacking, I mean, he can still attack because it's swift, but he has 28 life and he can heal himself. So it's pretty good for the long game. I want to find a good deck with Long. I didn't see any yet. We have Revenge of the Phoenix, a very good card. It was in Raise. Action, prevent all damage dealt to you by target attack ability that is targeting you. So it's a pure counter. And the triggers, if you have prevented damage with Revenge of the Phoenix, then you may deal X damage to a target in its awareness, where X is the damage prevented by Revenge of the Phoenix. So it's really a counter. And we have one more meteorite. Boop, 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 boop. I need like 10 of those. So, and then we have Shadow. Yeah, nothing super funny. What else do we have? Skeleton Warrior, Gust. Gust is kind of cool because you do damage and you push something. Rompo. I don't know. Carrion Feast appear on quite a lot of cards, and it's a trigger that says if it kills a summon, it gains 1 life. So it's kind of like a Bloodsucker, kind of life steal kind of thing. Selective Amnesia, Water Pillar, Tarantula, Peripheral Vision, allow you to turn. Oh, we got our first epic, and that's a meteorite. So you see, in Welcome to Jaelara, they were full art. In Raise, they were less full art. The trouble with the full art is like when you play the game, and if it's the first time, or like if you don't know all the cards, it's kind of annoying. So what they did with Welcome to Jaelara 2 is that, you see, this is a normal one, and this is epic. They increase the size for the art. They make it a bit more transparent. It's still not that different. So what's going to happen for the second print is they're going to look different. They're going to be much more full art kind of things. And we will talk about it once it's out. Definitely deserve a sleeve because you don't get that many epics. And Meteorite is one of the best cards in the game. So once you get an epic, you still get your 2 rare. And then we have one of my favorite hero, Core. And we're going to have a deck tech. With Ruben, we arrive second at the championship on how to play Core and how to beat everybody with Core tomorrow. Because there was some technical problem, it was supposed to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow. Then we have the Gorilla, which is actually a pretty decent card. Because it have a range attack as Swift, which is nice, and it have a trigger. When it arrives here, it deals 2 ranged earth damage to a target in its awareness. That's very rare to have a card that arrive and deal damage to something. Usually, even if you have Balak, it's not exerted, so then you can attack. But when it's his turn, where Gorilla, it doesn't care if it's his turn or not, you play it, bam, he throws a stone. And then we have Yamaduta. Okay, I couldn't remember. Pretty sweet card. Same, it's something where you resurrect, so you play it from your graveyard. And you have 2 triggers. Death Touch, so when it enters the area, it kills target summon around it, with remaining 3 life or less, which I found super cool. And it costs 3 lives though, so you have to be careful. And another trigger is Knowledge Assimilation. Whenever a summon around Yamaduta is killed, send it to its owner's subconscious, so like you remove it from the game. And Yamaduta gains all ability and awareness of that summon. So it's like stealing, you know, its spirit. I think that's a very cool card. Very cool. Then we have, you know, our Wolfie, our Thingy, our Spelly, our basic card. I think we're not gonna get 2 foil, guys. Because I think foil I have like 18 booster and we went deep in the booster already. Some attack, some summon. Gonna go fast on those. Then we have our 4 uncommon, Sunstorm, very good. Oh, we didn't see Barrack Naga yet. So it costs 16, but it attack for 4 with a Swift, which is nice. And it have a trigger execute if a champion is dealt damage by Barrack Naga. Then they may pay 3 energy, otherwise exert them and they get stun until end of turn, which means they can't move. And that's a white card. So it's really, white is really controlling the board, blue is controlling kind of the stack, red is doing aggression, and dark is doing like crazy necromancy kind of thing. Instill Vigor. This is purely for Malek to do more damage. Underworld Dealings, a very good card. Look at the top X card of your timeline, so your deck. Put one of those cards into your sock and the rest into your memories. This is pretty good, and you pay life. As in some decks, you want to have low life. Very good card. Then we have Malek. Here we go. Oh, we have a sweet card behind. Malek is just, what it is? Malik, sorry. It's just attack, attack. Nothing less, nothing more. Alhim is a very beautiful card from Damian. And what it does is like, when it enters the field, target champion in its awareness, draw a card. So it's really a blue kind of thing. It costs only 12 for 3 life. And it attacks for 3 as a Swift, so I think it's pretty well balanced. I do like this card quite a lot. Oh, the baby angel! Woohoo! So I know it doesn't feel maybe so exciting for you because that's just a rare, but this is the best card by far. And you're gonna need a lot of them in a lot of decks. I mean, so let me show you why it's good. It costs 25, so that's heavy. That's the strongest creature in the game. So it has 6 life, it attacks for 6, meaning it kills everything. It's range and swift, which means you can attack something flying and you can attack as a reaction. It has flight and aerial, which means it can move everywhere and it cannot be attacked except by range attack. Which means most likely you play that it's gonna stay there for at least 3 turns and then you're gonna bash 6, 6, 6 and kill your opponent. An amazing card. Flight. Yeah, flight allows you to fly. Nothing very fancy about that. I do prefer the older art of flight. I'm going to try to get a bit more and show you how they look. Very happy so far. This box has been amazing. I don't know how the angel in Epic looks, but that would be sweet. But the best is like foiled angel. Ooh, I don't know. How much is it? Tell me in the comment below. 400? Something like that? 300? I don't know. Flamejet and Inge. Oh, this is a card that was very famous before, but not played much. It costs 8 aura. All champion shuffle are sucked into their timeline and draw that many cards. Okay, so that's a wheel effect. Pretty interesting that it's a common. I'm wondering in draft until how it does. Inferno Lash back. This is just like doing damage. Red is really about damage. Adrenaline. It removes token on you, so you can do another attack or another something. Instill Vigor, Air Pillar, Breath of Jaelara. Okay, that is pretty good. You and everything in Breath of Awareness gain 2 life. And we see Long here, and I think Long is all about curing. So you can really make like a long, you know, deck that can last long with a lot of endurance. Oh, foil! Here we go. Oh man, that's just a common. Make me kind of sad. So it's the first time I see a foil. This is so shiny that I might be blind. They look a lot like the first print of foil in MTG. Nonetheless, those foils are very hard to get. Sadly, it's not a very good card, and it's a common. I know what was cool, if you had any curl foil, because you know, foil have a tendency to curl, you could bring it to the championship, and the nice guys at Genesis was just changing it. Then we have one of my favorite heroes, Erika, with a Conjured Bayou, the big tiger and the cute little girl. And I never saw a good deck with her. It's something I want to investigate more. Stone Protector of Knee, one of the best cards, and you're gonna see in tomorrow's video. What it does, well, it costs 12. What it does is that it's stationary, it cannot move or rotate. And the Swift effect effect is relocate, which means you can do it whenever you want. It doesn't have any attack, just this. Sun Protector of Knee places itself on target champion or summon on the same spot as it on any spot in the arena. So you just teletransport anything you want. This is amazing. This, if you have any kind of mid-range deck or control deck where you want to protect your threat or protect yourself, this is the best card. And we have the new shoe. Don't really know what it does, except it has an attack and a trigger. Everything dealt damage by new shoe without holy weakness against holy weakness. Yeah, okay. Okay, Chain Lightning is a card I like because it does 3 to a target, then 2, then 1. Pretty cool. Displays, just move on something. Yeah. Kind of sad about this foil. We're gonna open much more box, so hopefully we're gonna, but not today. Hopefully we're gonna get some good foil. There is no epic foil though, but I'm very happy with the rare foil. Tornado Winds, the Wolf, Teleportation. Oh, Autumn, that's the first one we have. This is good. It allows you to dodge left or right. So pretty sweet. Breath of Jaelara, get more life. Good to kill flying things. Fork Lightning. Deals 3 electric damage to everything in Fork Lightning awareness, and it have kind of a fork. I do like the design of this card. And we have a token. One more Zombo Dragon. Ooh, one of my favorite cards too. It's very, very pretty. Gilded Stag. It doesn't do that much. It have 2 attack. One that is 3 normal and one that is 2 aerial. It only costs 5 chi. I don't know, apparently it's some decks, but I don't know which decks yet. And then we have some normal cards. So far, 1 epic, 1 foil. Will we get a second foil? Silver-Leg Recluse. Basic card. Teleportation, nice card. Don't slide. Oh! Our first Malicious Persuasion. I'm making a deck and I need 10 of those. So you see, like, you might, you know, it's easy to get the card, but if you want to have enough, you might need to buy like 5, 6 or more boxes. Target summon in Malicious Persuasion awareness must move. If the target cannot move, they lose 1 life. So sometimes losing 1 life is enough to kill an opponent, and if they move, it can really put you in some kind of situation, and you can use it on your own creatures. You can push something like that. Very good. Lamb for the Slaughter, also a very good card. You can only play Lamb for the Slaughter if you are being targeted, so that's a control kind of card. You switch spot with target summon in Lambs for the Slaughter's Awakeness, and everything targeting you targets it instead. So like somebody is attacking you, well, you switch with something else, and then they're attacking this creature. So it's like a decoy kind of trap card. It's amazing. Upheaval, just do some damage, and then it can get stunned. Earth Pillar. Then we have, whoops, Kendra. Oh, the Guardian of Balance just fly away. Well, this one, oh my. The printer was not happy with this one. There is printer mark and corner are injured. Nonetheless, that's a pretty nice card. That was a promo card for Canadian Day. Sadly, I couldn't get any. When Guardian of Balance enters the arena, prevent all damage dealt this round. Perfect for control. I think it costs 17. It costs 7 on your chi. It's not played that much, but I do like the card a lot. And then we have Subjugation Strike. That's a technique, and it does 5 damage. That's huge by just exerting. And the cast is 16, and it is 6 damage as a swift. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, 6 damage with just 1 card. When you have heroes that have 18 life, you do this 3 times and they are dead. Pretty good. Then we have Leap, Shoulder Hop, Shadow Claw, Arcane Blast. You know what, I will do only half the box on this video, and I will show you all the results at the end, because otherwise it's going to be too long. Skeleton Warrior. Well, that's, I count it as token. This card can be either a token or a common. Gust. Same, you push something, Rompo. Selective Amnesia. And then we arrive to our uncommon. Backflip. So it allows you to move in the back. Always very useful. It's like usually going to the back is where you have no beastie, so it's allow you really to escape. Sadistic Illusion, you switch post with target, summon in Sadistic Illusion, awareness on everything targeting you, target it instead. It's very similar to the card we just saw, the Lamb, whatever, Slaughter the Lamb or something like that. And then we have Air Pillar, we have a new, oh, that's an epic. So how does it look different than the normal one? So some card looks significantly different, some doesn't look so different. So this one, you know, it looks quite different. You have a much more art. Sadly, you know, we don't need this art so much because there is no relevant art here. I think that's a good card for summon deck. I don't really see any deck playing this, but pretty happy. That's an epic. Then we have our Archer. We have Raha. She's in the starter deck. Nothing super exciting about her. I feel she's kind of underperforming each I try her. Then we have one more Stone Protector of the amazing. I need at least 6. And we have a Yamaduta. And then our commons. Let me just sleeve the new shoe. And you know what? I'm going to open the rest of the box outside of the video, and I'm just going to show you all the result at the end. Okay guys, I spent some time finishing to crack all the booster with the family, so we could all enjoy a bit of Genesis. And nothing like mind-blowing, but you know, this was a big hit we got. Oh, sorry. We got a foil Inferno, and we did get one angel before, and for epic we got a meteorite and a new chew. So the foil was kind of disappointing. So this was what I did while recording. So 2 epic and 1 barrack, 1 angel, and 1 foil common. And I got 1 more barrack in the, it was like a third of the box. 1 more barrack, which is cool. 1 more epic, the lightless Tibikena, which is actually a pretty strong card because it attacks for 6 as swift. It attack resistant, which means that it takes less damage. So it's a very resilient card. So 3 epic. Otherwise, I got some other rare and some nice one, Chrono Walker. I definitely did not get one of each rare. I got some, I got more than one, some I didn't get. So I think, you know, but in average, if you get like maybe 4 box, you might have 4 of each. So this is, I got 1 Bolt Shot, which is a big hit too. But the surprise is I got a second foil. And that's a foil rare, which is super rare. So you get 1 foil per box normally. If you are lucky, you get 2. And any can be foiled. Any card can be foiled. So getting a foil rare, I mean, every 5 foil, every 6 box, maybe you get a foil rare, maybe even less. And Stone Protector of Knee is one of the top 5 cards of the set. So this is very good. So this card is very good because it doesn't move, but like I said before, you can relocate. Anyway, I'm blown away. The only sad thing is that I want Damian to sign it, but I know he's still on the East Coast, but I'm too far, and if I send it, it's gonna be too late. And the condition is amazing. This is a very nice collector piece. So yeah, so we got 2 foil, 3 epic. I would say 4 very heavy hitter rare. You know, 1 angel, 2 barrack, 1 Bolt Shot. I don't know if you count Chrono Walker. Chrono Walker is, for me, is one of the heavy hitter. And yeah, we got 48 rare, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty average box, except this changed everything. For the further box of this set, I'm gonna go much faster, but I wanted to walk through the cards, and also that's the first box I opened, guys. So obviously I want to check every card like crazy, and that's the only one we have in stock right now. We have to wait for shipping to arrive to get much more box. Alright, so stay tuned. We're gonna have maybe like 1 video every 1 or 2 days until the Kickstarter. And then I already talked with Sid from Genesis. We're gonna have some great news about the Kickstarter on this channel. Probably within 3-4 days. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.